Hello, everybody. So, a lot of you are very mad at me right now, I think. Also, this is also kind of me testing the camera a little bit more as well, trying to figure out white balance and stuff like that. I don't quite like this all that much, but I think this is fine. So, a lot of you had some issues with with some stuff that I said in the episode 13 that went up today, if I'm posting this at the right time, which I should do. Just gonna here. Let's move that up there so you can see that. So some stuff I said, some stuff that I missed, or that it appears that I missed. I just kind of wanted to, one, make this so I could, hey, test out this a bit more, and also talk about stuff, clear some stuff up, and say some different stuff. Because that episode went to like 40 minutes, and I was like, oh boy, I better wrap this up really quick. So number one thing a lot of you talked about was this shit. This shit right here. With this being shell tier. Can you really blame me for not just assuming this is shell tier? Like, okay, so my thought at the time was, we've got Evil Eye, we've got one vampire lolly, we have shell tier, we have another vampire lolly who has been told to stay the fuck away. And then this one shows up, and Bran Flakes assumes it is shell tier, and she's just kind of like, oh, hi, who is you again? Like, I'm pretty sure she basically said, like, who the fuck are you? Yeah. Yeah, she's like, who the fuck is you? She's like, who is you? Who the fuck you think you is? And like, I get it, like, shell tier is supposed to be like, you are so insignificant to me that I don't give a fuck. Like, what that? Who do you think you is that I am going to remember you? And in my brain, that went, well, doesn't recognize Bran Flakes, doesn't look like shell tier, and it has the coke nail, which we will get to. Yeah. Okay, and yes, like, he had that thing, he learned it from, he's using this new special skill, which I didn't really... Does he actually mention it's a new skill? Hang on, is he gonna talk about the new skill? Let me just check something real quick, because maybe I missed it. So I think this might be just an issue of me only having ever watched the anime and never read the books. Does he actually mention that it's a new skill? No, he does not. He does not actually mention that it's a new skill. Interesting. Yeah, so I thought from that, oh, he's trying to use his field thing. He's trying to, like, use his field thing against shell tier this time, and it's doing all this, or against this vampire person, and it's cut her fingernail. Now, in my brain, that went, well, shell tier's fingernails are too strong to be broken by this guy's pathetic bullshit, so this can't be shell tier. It has to be someone a little bit weaker than her. So my brain went, well, shell tier does have vampire minions that we've met before. Who's to say this isn't some other vampire minion that she has that is keeping an eye out for her, and he just mistook it for shell tier because shell tier's minions look kind of like her. And also, you know, more vampire lollies. Just more vampire lollies. Give me more fucking vampire lollies. That's my favorite fucking trope. Give me more of them. And so that was a big problem that a lot of you had, and I was like, guys, I've never read the books. None of what you're saying has any, like, thing for me. Please, no. Please stop. I didn't read the book. I don't get this. I don't get the context you're giving me because that context wasn't in the anime. And also Demiurge's statue, which is ahead of this. Demiurge gives the statue. So, not a lot of you actually caught this from me, but I caught myself doing it while I was editing, and I was like, no one will notice. But now I feel like a shitbird. When I first read that, my brain went, because I'm this is the final episode, so I was looking for stuff that, and I knew a third season was coming, so my brain was trying its damnedest to try and put things together, try and see if I could just guess where stuff was going with the smallest amount of evidence possible. And that led to me looking at that, misreading what Demiurge said, and thinking, wait, he found something that Ulbert made? He found something that Ulbert made in this place? Wait, is Ulbert kicking around still? Oh boy! Oh boy! And, like, I got really excited. Because, like I said, I've not read the books, not read the manga, don't know anything about this except what's in the anime. So my brain went, oh boy, we're gonna run into more of the 41. More of the 41, please. Yeah. And that was me being overexcited, so I apologize for that one. Beyond that, what else were people upset about? Let me just go back to that comment section really quick. Because there's like a lot of comments, which is always both good and bad. So please try not to murder me to death. Fucking 116 as of time of this recording. Yeah, you agree with the fact that the cold open is shit. Talking about my lighting. Oh boy. Yeah, it seems like most of this is about Shaltir. Ainz actually hates Entoma. I did not pick up on that, but I didn't mention it because I kind of have this wishful thinking where I kind of want them to be friends because I want her to join up. Not Entoma, Evil Eye. Sorry, I kind of want Evil Eye to be part of the crew because I really like Evil Eye. I fucked up the names of Delta and Zeta. That is my bad. That's part of the reason why I make up stupid nicknames for people. It's because I'm really bad at remembering names. I'm just really, really bad at remembering names. So, like, I apologize on that one. Like, if someone has a really dumb nickname that sticks out to me, I'll remember their dumb nickname first. That's why that's why I call them Bran Flakes, Beef Stroganoff, and just shit like that. Like, Ainz is the main one that I can actually think of, because Ainz is just, like, such a big thing. You hear that word so much. The metrosexual paladin, oh boy. Hang on, I'll just go over here, fuck it. Talking about Evil Eye, it's Shaltir. Subtitles are not supposed to be read. That's supposed to just tell you roughly where I am, so you can watch it on your own streams, but alright. Talking to who the old man was. Okay, that's, once again, like, there's a lot of stuff in here that I assumed was stuff that was going to be explained later, but no, it turns out it was actually just cut. But it was cut in a final episode, so I assumed it was going to be a cliffhanger, thing where it, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be like a cliffhanger thing where, like, oh, here's all these people, we're going to introduce them later, but no, they've already been introduced, and they're just in the book, so, oh boy, oh no, that's unfortunate. Oh, here's something that Zeng said that I actually didn't get. Shaltir doesn't remember Brain because she died. That's interesting. If that's something from the book, that's actually really interesting, and I do wish that was actually brought up. In fact, I wish a lot more stuff had actually been brought up, so, oh boy. So, like, this episode is actually, like, in retrospect, like, now that I know, like, so much of it was cut, it's actually kind of made the episode a little bit worse for me. Like, I'm still really hyped for Season 3, don't get me wrong. But now that I know that there's a lot of stuff that I got super confused about in this episode, just because I haven't read the books, that's actually made this episode a little bit worse for me, because it's like, oh, well, fuck. I can't just watch the episode? Ah, well, fuck me. Alright then. Ainz is gonna do bad shit. Shaltir, Parashino apparently gave her a lot of outfits because he's a fucking pervert. Yeah. Yeah, that's the main... Oh, and Frostpain. Yeah, so he didn't steal Frostpain, he made a new one. That's another thing that I wish would have been explained. Like, there's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here that really should have been explained better in the show, and I don't understand why they weren't, you know? Like, just like, oh, hey, here's this sword that we've only seen as Zariasu, but it's been improved. Like, your assumption isn't going to be, oh, Ainz made one for himself. Your assumption is going to be, oh, Ainz took it. Like, it's It's really frustrating. It's really, really frustrating to just fucking go into this episode and be like, okay, there's all this stuff, and then but there's just so much information missing. So for those of you who are upset that I missed some stuff, especially those of you who have read the books, I apologize. But that information, you have to remember that information wasn't there for me. That information was not there for me. I didn't have access to that information because it wasn't given to me in the show. So I hope like that didn't piss you off too much, but I don't know what to say to that. Like it's just there's just so much stuff missing, and it's upsetting. It's making me upset. I don't know. Everybody, I just figured I would try and you know, clear some of this stuff up because it seemed like a lot of you were getting a little bit steamed, about that. Oh, hey, I'm just gonna do that. And I just wanted to clear up some of that misunderstanding. So hey, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you weren't too mad at me. I'm trying to keep my wizard powers going, but it's hard to make wizard predictions and god prophecies when you know, when I'm missing like 70% of the fucking information. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I'm really bad at ending these, aren't I? Oh shit.